Hello everybody, Rogue Fox here, and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock. This is episode 26, and we are still in the vault because at the end of last episode, I was having a bit of trouble figuring out what to do with this overflow system up top. So we spent probably the last half of the episode trying to figure out what needed to be done. And what I ended up doing at the end of the episode was running hoppers into these chests here. Now, I did remove them, so I think, yeah, they still have a little bit left from whatever flowed into them last. And then this actually is the new addition. So at the end of the last episode, I did ask for some help down in the comment section of what I could do, because for those of you who saw the episode, like I said, I just couldn't figure out what to do. I tried doing a bunch of different things, and then one of you in the comment section had mentioned probably the easiest thing that could have been done. I was over here trying to be all fancy with redstone, but one of you had mentioned that a hopper will always pull down before it goes over, and the thought totally just got past me. I just had tunnel vision on trying to, whoops, I fell, trying to get this all sorted out, so I overlooked, like I said, the easiest thing, probably the most simplest thing that could have been done. So thank you to Jonathan Peters for giving me the suggestion of placing the hopper line going into the XP farm. That hopper line is now going down below, so we have this hopper, these two feeding into the XP storage, and then this one is flowing into this one for this storage. And as you can see here, all of these are now backed up, and now because these hoppers cannot pull, all of the excess that comes up now will flow over this way, and I don't really have a setup over here just yet. This was kind of temporary because I was AFKing for a while this morning, and if we take a look up top, this is going over into this chest, and that's going to drain to the hopper, which is filling up the composter down below. And then, of course, all of the bone meal is being stored down here. So once again, thank you very much for that helpful tip. And I would like to take this moment to thank everyone who gave me some input over on the Discord channel. But unfortunately, I did record that clip before I got a chance to read all of those comments and the videos that you all sent. So again, a massive thank you to all of you out there in the community. For today's episode, I am starting a brand new project. And I know I'm pretty much finishing up the project that I've started. I've made a lot of progress, such as getting rid of that item sorter, and there are still a few things I need to finish off here, but I just need a change of scenery, so we are going to go outside the vault, and in fact, we are leaving the base area for today's project. But before we begin, I do need to make a concrete maker, and it's just going to be a temporary setup. I was thinking of doing some sort of building right here, but I'm not quite sure if I want to have the concrete maker underground or how big I want to make it. So for now, I'm just going to do something temporary. So we're going to go ahead and I guess place it down right here. I just need a little strip. So we're going to go ahead and grab the red kit. And let's place it down right here next to Bucky and Loki. And of course, well, it looks like he tried to hop on the chest there, or the shulker box. But for those of you who remember, in Season 1, we had Bucky. He has returned. This is my cat. And recently, in the middle of the season, I guess which would be the middle of the season, we got a new cat, and his name is Loki. So now we do have Bucky and Loki here at the base. The concrete maker is all done, and it is a very simple build, which I like. And I didn't add the pistons to push it forward, so that is very unfortunate. I wanted to do it, but like I said, I just want to do this very quickly. And with that, I'm only going to be able to get 12 out of this. So let's see, that is, looks like 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we'll just go ahead and finish this off. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, kind of laggy, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And just so you don't have to listen to me count for the rest of these 18 blocks, just like I said, Loki is the newest member of the family. And just a fun fact about Loki, he definitely lives up to his name. He is always attacking his brother. All his brother wants to do is clean him. So that would be Bucky. He's just trying to clean him, but this guy wants to bite on him and tackle him and do little velociraptor jumps onto him. And this Bucky's just so much bigger that he's not even fazed by it. He kind of just bounces right off of Bucky. It's hilarious. And also, Loki likes to wake my wife up at 4 in the morning, and she's the one who told me I want a cuddly cat. So he climbs up on her, he cuddles up, wakes her up. It's funny. He leaves me alone. So she got her cuddly cat that wakes her up at 4 in the morning. And Bucky is a good cat as well. I can't have to say something nice about him. He's also a good cat. He also wakes my wife up at 4 in the morning. If Loki doesn't do it, Bucky does it. And both of them just let me sleep. And it's so awesome. She probably doesn't think that. But yeah, these cats are so awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the few blocks here because these are... Go ahead and remove these. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. We have ourselves a full stack of concrete. And I guess it wasn't too bad. I mean, you got some fun facts about these two guys right here. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go make some more concrete, and I'll be right back. I also need a little bit of white, probably a stack, hopefully, and I hope I make enough of everything. I probably should make more than I need because I do have a bad habit of not making enough of what I need. So I hope 2 stacks of each should be okay. And now I kind of wish that I had built the pistons, but again, temporary build, I didn't want to go all out for it. And look, there is Blue Jay. Hey, Blue Jay. I was going to try to sneak up and do something, but he found out I was behind him. Today's project brings us over to the shopping area, more specifically to Foxmart, which was in the process of being turned into Foxco. And I don't know what happened to my other letters that were up there. Someone has messed with those. But it has been at least a month since I've done any sort of work whatsoever to the shop. Now, in the meantime, if you take a look around me, many shops have popped up. There is shops now on top of the hill. The Diamond Alliance has a shop on the other side of the mountain. There's shops over on that side. And this has been sitting here the whole time collecting dust, and it is a huge eyesore, in my opinion, because the Nether portal was over here. And again, this whole area is all nice and lovely and built up. And then we have this unfinished eyesore sitting right on top of the hill. And now it's also right next to the new Nether portal. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to demolish Foxmart and Foxco. But I have a little dilemma because this is the Lectern Shop, which we made earlier on in the season. Oh, there's my letters. Someone made the word of. And down below is all the redstone for the Lectern Shop. For those of you who didn't catch it, I did a tutorial on this a while back. Probably I think right after this episode released, I showed the tutorial for it. So this is all of the redstone. And you can imagine I'm having trouble of wanting to tear it down. Like, I don't want to tear this down at all. This took so much work, and just so proud of this build. Even the zombie pigment up top is admiring all the redstone work. And I really would hate to tear all of this down. But again, this shop isn't doing anything. I'm not even sure if I made sales. Let's go ahead and check down here one more time. So this whole time I've made 4 diamonds. 4 diamonds. This whole time it has been up. Like I said, I think it's been probably a couple of months since this shop has been up and running, and I've made 4 diamonds. So this shop, yeah, this is not a very successful business. And being a business typey person, it's time to just cut my losses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demolish this, but try to scavenge the redstone over here. Maybe at some point I can readjust this and make some sort of vending machine off to the side. But like I said, I would hate to tear that down. But what we're going to do over here, we're going to completely demolish Foxmart or Foxco, and we are going to put up a new building, because in the last episode I said I wanted to open up a chicken shop where we sold cooked chicken, and I think this would be the ideal place. So let's go ahead and get demolishing. Just a bit of a progress update. I've torn off the roof, or I've torn down the roof, and I've also torn down the wall that was hiding the redstone to the build. And you can see here why I really don't want to tear it down. This actually is not too bad at all. All this redstone is the lectern sending the redstone signal down to the bulk of everything. And ooh, we don't want to lose all this. We may need this later on. So the redstone that sends the redstone signal down, and then all of the water elevator and system that pushes all of the items up. And just for old time's sakes, do I still have those diamonds on me? Let's go ahead and open this up. Let's grab ourselves a diamond. Just want to use this one more time. So let's see. For those of you who don't remember, this light, if we check, means this is in stock. So we have birch logs, and let's go to an empty page. And there's nothing there. Let's go ahead and, I know I have steaks in here, I think. I believe it was like page... Okay, there we go. Cooked beef, 64 for a diamond. It is in stock. And this is another one of those builds where the redstone just doesn't seem to be working for some people. And again, I have no idea why. There is the possibility of broken redstone chunks because that is currently a thing. And I believe the main issue that everyone is having is with the locking system. Now, I believe I mentioned this before, but Bedrock redstone can be a little janky, and the timings can be a little off. So right now, this is locked. And if we try to use this up top, so the way this works is you have to pay the diamond before you can actually get any of your items. So if we press this, nothing is going to happen. It's quiet. And then if we go ahead and pay our diamond, you can hear the redstone. The T flip-flop down below has triggered. And if we take a look, I wish there was a faster way to get down. You can see all the redstone here has shut off. This hopper, or this repeater, is now unlocked. And that allows us to actually push the button and run the whole system. And if we go ahead and press the button now, you can hear all of the items dispensing, and that will make its way down the water stream, up that water elevator you saw, and all the items will start appearing right here. So I have this set up to be a stack. And again, not quite sure why the redstone isn't working for some people. And I believe from what I saw in the comments, it is this section right here that is not working. Again, I'm not quite sure what the issue may be, but one of those things is just checking it again. It does work. And like I said, usually the answer I have for that is play around with the redstone timings, because there have been times where I have made the same exact build a few blocks over, such as a hidden staircase, and everything was completely the same, but it didn't work. And the fix to it was adding one more tick of delay to the repeater. And again, being redundant, I don't know why there is the stack of cooked beef. I don't know why that's an issue, but it is in Bedrock. So there we go. There is the Lectern Shop in action. Another little progress update. The Foxmart is completely torn down and the new building is starting to come up. And I'm only going to get to the outside of the build today. And I'm going to do a little bit more because, like I said, I do want to finish the whole outside. And as far as this, I couldn't bring myself to tear it down just yet. So for the moment, it's going to be a little bit of a memorial wall with the Lectern Shop until, like I said, I figure out how I want to work that out, because we do have space to do something. For example, if I just turn the build around this way, I don't know. But this is done, and I'm going to go ahead and work on it a little bit more. As I mentioned, this is going to be a chicken shop where I sell cooked chicken and possibly baked potatoes. And if you haven't been able to tell, I am loosely basing this off of a KFC building. And how many creepers does he have up there right now? I see one, it looks like two. Anyways, This is going to be loosely based off of a KFC building, and it's not going to be called KFC. In fact, we are going to call this RFC, Rogue's Fried Chicken. So that is the name of this build. And instead of the kernel being on the front, what we're going to do is, let's see if I put it right. So that's going to go right here. Nope, wrong spot. We're going to put, there we go. And let's build ourselves up. We need a little T-shape like this. Stair block here. And a stair block there. And we'll pillar up one more time. And then stair block here. And right there. Boom. We'll go ahead and break this down. And if we take a step back, instead of the kernel, what we have is the fox. So a nice little fox logo right there on the outside of the building, which looks very awesome. And I may try to swap these out for stairs. That way I can get some end rods behind it to light it up. But there we go. That is the front. And of course I am going to decorate this a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back. Alright, the outside of the RFC is done, and not much has really changed to the front. All I did was swap out this stair block for a full block because I do think that makes the logo look a lot better. And then I started adding some end rods to the trim up top, and it does a couple of things. One, it does light up the banners here for the sign because I can't put lights behind it this time. And two, the concrete is very smooth, plain. It doesn't really have texture to it. And that's one concern I had about making this out of concrete. So I feel like having that along with the quartz blocks just adds a little bit of texture to it to kind of break up that very smooth look that it has. And then if we take a step inside, I'm not going to finish it this episode, but this is what this looks like so far. I have to furnish it. I'm going to have some tables, some chairs, and then of course I do have to have my system that is going to sell the chicken. And I could just make it very easy and just have a chest with a bunch of chicken, but I mean, I like to do redstone. So of course this shop is going to have redstone as well, and I do have a cool plan for that. And the idea is, well, I'm going to have all the redstone back here and most likely in the ground because I do need all that space. But because I think I'm just going to give in. I'm going to allow payments for pebbles and also diamonds, which means I need two separate payment systems. And like I said, that is the plan for next episode. We're not going to get into that, but the redstone is going to be a lot of fun. I can assure you that. So again, we will do that next episode, but before we finish today, I do want to add a little bit of greenery and shrubbery to the front of the shop. The decoration up front isn't going to be anything too fancy, but I do need to break up this grass. So to do that, what I'm thinking is I want to dig out probably, let's say 3 blocks out like this. And then I have coarse dirt here. That way the grass is not going to grow back over it. It's just going to stay dirt. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to use jungle leaves for some bushes. And I forgot we are in a taiga type biome or a colder biome. So the leaf color is going to be, I don't know how to explain that color, but it's not as vibrant as the block in my hand is. I guess that's the best way to explain it. You can see it right here, that bright green, that yellow, and then you can see how it looks right here. But that adds just some nice decoration to the front, and then I can probably bring it over this way. And I also have to work, not going to be too much work, but working the walkway up to the actual doorway. We could put a bush right there. And then probably we knock this out. Let's go ahead and swap these real quick, see how that looks. And I know Zloy's portal, his whole portal room down below, is literally right below this area. So I do have to be bit careful with that. And then let's say we do this. And then a bush. I guess it would be right there. I think that looks a lot better than what it just was. I went ahead and added the smooth stone right here to kind of give this the trim of the walkway, and then it breaks it up from the dirt, because before it was just grass and then dirt and then walkway. At least this way it looks a little more purposeful about what I was trying to do. And maybe even if I continue it around, let's just see how that looks. And I do have some more right here. So it actually looks like it's supposed to be a planter. Yeah, I do like that a lot better. And then that continues here, and then this walkway goes over to Cuban's repair shop. Yeah, I think that looks really good. And I never have doors on me ever. So just like the stone shop or the pottery shop back at the base, I need to put a door onto the shop here, which I think I'm going to use acacia because that's as close to red block as I'm going to get. It's going to be a little orangey looking, but I think it's going to look best here. So there we go. RFC is all done, at least the outside. And with that, we are all out of time for today's episode. Like I said, we are going to work on the inside in the next one. So again, furnishing it, adding some redstone to this build, and then the new shop will finally be complete. So with that being said, everyone, this is the end of today's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Rogue Fox, and I will see you later.